Invictus, my kings, welcome back to Slavicus Maximus channel and welcome to Top 5 Strongest Barbarian Invasion Factions, where we take a look at the Strongest Barbarian Invasion Factions. And the strength of a faction is not just measured by its unit roster, but also the position on the campaign map, the stability, the potential for conquest, and just general potential as well as actual strength. Number 5 on our list are the Franks, and the Franks might at first glance fall into the sort of muddle that is the barbarian factions in Barbarian Invasion for Rome Total War. However, the Franks are actually in a brilliant position to take over the Western Roman Empire almost in its entirety. They also have some very good units when it comes to actually going up against the Western legions. But if you play your cards right, you won't actually have to go up against the Western legions that much, because Gaul itself and Britannia, which is relatively close to, and then further on Iberia, all are relatively lightly defended. And because you have, for example, your axe throwers who just completely chew through the legions themselves, you will have quite a good time of actually expanding, building an empire. And because you are so far away from the invading barbarian hordes like the Huns, that means that you have quite a lot of time before you have to worry about horse archers, and you have quite a lot of time to establish yourself before you have to worry about any sort of big danger coming yourself, all at the expense of the Western Roman Empire. Number 4 on the list are the Huns. Now, why would the big bad wolf of the entire Barbarian Invasion expansion, the Huns, be only on number 4? Well, the issue is that while you can wreak a lot of havoc, you can traumatize everyone on the campaign map, you can absolutely sack your way to glory, you can't actually sustain that gameplay for a very long time. Eventually you will have to settle, and once you settle, you really run face first into the big issue that the Huns have, is that they are not meant really for empire building. You have the same issue as all barbarian factions in that your governance building and your tier of settlement only goes up to tier 4, which makes it difficult when actually eventually expanding into the Roman territories, which can be built up to level 5 or tier 5. So you won't necessarily have the easiest time of actually building an empire, and your armies tend to be relatively one-note. It's all just horse archers essentially, and while that's a strong strategy, eventually it just stops being fun. And while it is a strong faction initially, it's one of the strongest factions initially, it just is not there to be number 1. It just doesn't have what it takes to be number 1. Number 3 on our list is the Western Roman Empire, and you might think, well, the Western Roman Empire is so difficult, it's got all these problems, religious issues, stability issues, army maintenance issues, financial issues, economic and in general build-up issues. Why would they be so strong? Well, because you have all you need in your toolkit to actually make a stable empire possible. You have everything you need in your toolkit. You've got all the units, you've got very versatile units, you have really good legions. Your archers aren't as good as the Eastern Roman archers, but we'll get to them later. And you have all you need to really take on the barbarian hordes and come out victorious, possibly even reunite the Roman Empire under one banner and fulfill the dream of Augustus. But really, in seriousness, you have everything you need that you would possibly need in your toolkit to actually stabilize the situation. It might be a little rocky initially. You might not be completely stable in the first couple of dozen turns. However, eventually, if you persevere and you play your cards right, you will come out on top as the strongest faction, because you all are already the biggest faction. You will have quite a big advantage when taking on the hordes, the barbarians, the other Romans, and just everyone. So yeah, number 3, Western Roman Empire. Number 2 on our list are the Sassanids. Now, the Sassanids are in an interesting position where the main enemy of theirs is essentially the Eastern Roman Empire. They don't have to really deal with the barbarian hordes or the Huns or just the barbarians in general. Nothing of the sort. Your main enemy is the Eastern Roman Empire, and you have an incredibly stable realm to do it with. Zoroastrianism, all the way through. No Christianity, no paganism, just Zoroastrianism. Everywhere it spreads very easily. It's your realm is incredibly stable. You have the best cavalry in the entire game, the best heavy armored cavalry in the entire game, which eventually will be a boon when it comes to actually dealing with the horse archers. However, it isn't quite number one. However, very close, but it is not quite number one. And the number one on our list is the Eastern Roman Empire, for very much the same reasons why the West Roman Empire was so high, and the Eastern Roman Empire even more. So you have better archers, you have a more stable realm. You don't have to worry about the religious divide so much. You don't have to worry about all the barbarian hordes knocking down at your gate. Now the Huns will come eventually, but you do have really good foot archers as the Eastern Roman Empire, and the best counter to horse archers are foot archers. You do have to worry about the Sassanids. However, the Eastern Roman Empire has all the options in the world, has all the tools in the toolkit, has also really great cavalry, has great archers, has great infantry, has just great everything. The economy is doing good. Everything is doing fine. All that you have to do is take it by the reins and full conquer the map. Now, in seriousness, the Eastern Roman Empire definitely is the strongest faction in Barbarian Invasion for Total War Rome, and obviously the remastered version as well. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.